Thank you, Angela. A local radio talk show reported conditions at a resettlement camp for Afghan refugees here in Indiana as shockingly bad. But is the information true? Our 13 News Verify team and our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel have been investigating these claims to help you understand what's accurate and what's not.
More than 6,000 Afghan refugees are now based at Camp Atterbury in Johnson County. What's happening there is somewhat shrouded in mystery because it's not open to the public to respect the privacy of the refugees. But our Verify team has been getting lots of questions about claims made on WIBC Radio's Hammer and Nigel talk show.
The Afghan refugees literally, and I'm going to clean this up, defecating on dining room tables.
That's one of the claims. Host Jason Hammer said he also heard refugees were stealing license plates and antennas to make weapons that are being used in fights, that 47 unvetted refugees have left Camp Atterbury without a trace, and that the FBI has been there to pick up Taliban members. Is any of this true? Well, here's what we know. Our sources are WIBC Radio, a Homeland Security spokeswoman located at Camp Atterbury, the FBI, and the town manager of Edinburgh, which is right near the camp. First, talk show host Jason Hammer said a member of the Indiana National Guard texted him to share firsthand accounts at Camp Atterbury. The claims from that one source, who asked to remain anonymous, were not independently verified by WIBC before they were broadcast, according to the radio station's website. To be fair, 13 News has not been allowed to tour Camp Atterbury to see conditions for ourselves. So we talked to someone who has been at Camp Atterbury every day for the past week. Lori Dankers is a spokeswoman for Homeland Security and Operation Allies Welcome. She has been in the living areas, the common areas, and food areas, and she tells Verify she has seen nothing that even remotely resembles the claims reported by the talk show. She says the allegation that 47 unvetted refugees left the base without a trace is simply not true. She told WTHR, every person who came into this country and to Camp Atterbury was vetted by law enforcement and counterterrorism using biometric data before they ever came here. She said a very small number of refugees have left the base to resettle on their own, which they're allowed to do. That information is backed by Dan Cartwright, the town manager of Edinburgh. Cartwright gets detailed security briefings several times each week from the National Guard and Homeland Security. He told Verify 99.9% of what was reported on WIBC is untrue. There's been no knife fights, no people escaped, everyone is accounted for. A few people have left, but those people were picked up by family and have been vetted and had all their vaccinations and medical exams. And again, refugees are not detained at Camp Atterbury. They are free to leave if they want to pursue resettlement on their own. So the claim that unvetted refugees have essentially run off from Camp Atterbury and are unaccounted for, we can verify that is false. As far as this claim,
the FBI has picked up some Taliban members from our post, as well as shipped them out.
Homeland Security says that's also untrue. The FBI says the same thing. The FBI tells Verify it has not been to Camp Atterbury because of suspected Taliban members and has not taken anyone away. So Verify has determined the claim the FBI has removed Taliban from Camp Atterbury is false. WIBC also reported accounts of refugees defecating on dining room tables at Camp Atterbury. We still have questions about that, and here's why. Our Homeland Security source says she has not personally seen any problems like that while she's been on the grounds and in the dining areas. But Edinburgh's town manager has heard of some issues during his recent security briefings. Cartwright said there is a cultural difference when it comes to bathroom habits. Some of the people are going to the bathroom right out in the open, and that is being addressed through education. Anything in a dining room would be an isolated incident involving a child. So, have there been any instances of a refugee defecating on a dining room table or out in the open at Camp Atterbury? We can't say for sure. It's also important to note the radio station that reported this information has a news department, but WIBC News did not report any of the shocking claims about conditions at Camp Atterbury discussed on one of its talk shows. Verify asked the station's news director why the news department decided not to report it. He sent me to WIBC's programming director, who has not returned any of our messages. See questionable information you'd like us to check out? Email us at verify@wthr.com.